Welcome back to the Week 10 prediction show for the Phenom Fantasy. Oh, there you are. Sorry. For the Phenom Fantasy, with your host, Lloyd Phillips. As you can see, I'm wearing a Goat Hill hat. And to be honest, there's only room for the top one, and one of us is the GOAT. That would be me, greatest of all time, Hill. This week, the greatest of all time, Tatanka Blanco, takes on downtown St. Brown, and the predictions have it 102 to 96. Um, just because if you look at the records, one's 6-3, one's 3-6. Two of those I gave away because I had friends in need and they had mental problems, and I let them have a win. I think I legitimately lost one because I had the best player in the league. Been the best player in the league, I would have lost by more. So there's nowhere to really go from that one. I got beat. So, but the other two, I felt bad for kids and gave them some wins. But this week, downtown St. Brown, you're coming up against a behemoth in the league, and that's me. So, oh man, this segment not sponsored by Dr. Pepper cream soda, zero sugars. Remember, if you not sponsored by these guys either, but if you don't zen, you don't win. This week's not good for you because I zen a lot, usually coffee. I got one in my mouth as I'm going to replace another one while on the video, just to let you know what helps me manage better. A lot of people aren't as good as I am, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm not trying to, I don't want to call you out or whatever. But that's the thing. A lot of people aren't as good as I am at fantasy. It's not a shocker. You're not. You're going to lose this week. It says 102.96, but like when I'm looking at the rosters, let's give you an example. When I start looking, I got really two guys that are projected more than their average, and the average is at 105. However that works, wherever the numbers lie. My average of week's 105. I'm projected 102 this week. Your average is 92. You're projected 96. So we're both playing, above our abilities projection wise. Projections aren't really going to come into play for this. Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford, a Detroit battle here. Just a couple Detroit guys hanging out. Where do I see it? Just looking back and forth between the rosters. I don't know. It says that I should win by 6. That's what it's predicted. I don't always agree with these ESPN lines. I disagree with this one. I think I beat you pretty handedly. You have a lot of guys that are going to struggle this week. The green positions, when you look at the, I don't know if I'm within box score. Yeah, when you look at the box score, your green positions are in positions that you got a better tight end for sure. You actually have two tight ends. One you're playing in your flex, and sometimes that's not good. I'm just simply saying that this week's not your week. We'll move on. I don't have to ramble about it. Lloyd's team versus Wrecking Crew. Lloyd's team's garbage can 5-4. Wrecking Crew 6-3. The projection has Wrecking Crew by 2. Jackson Dart is better than Herbert, but that's because he's playing Chicago. But Herbert is the number 2 guy in the league, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't really see it that way. Herbert's playing Pittsburgh. Yeah, they played good last week, but they haven't. I don't think Jackson Dart's going to do better against Herbert. McCaffrey's good. Jonathan Taylor's the best. Cortland Southern. If Nakua plays, I mean that'll be a help, but he's hurt. I don't know if he's actually going to play. He's questionable. I mean, it doesn't say doubtful, so he probably will. But looking back and forth this particular week, I mean, I hope for my own sanity that Wrecking Crew loses, but guess what? It's not going to happen. Wrecking Crew's going to win this. He's going to go 7-3. Well, you're going to be at 500. I mean, you don't have to be, but it's hard to go against numbers. Lamborghini versus Willie Bad. You have a total. Well, you're projected to tie. And that would make sense. So like, hey, shitty game, shitty players, can't call it. I mean, they make shitty decisions. It's a shit game. Let's just say they're going to tie. I think that's what ESPN did. I don't know. I'm not like an algorithm myself. You would think that I was just by the way I call games. Like, And so, what was I, 4-1 last week? Is that what I said? So something like that. It's not a big deal. And I've been, undefeated a few weeks. So this particular one, I don't think it's going to tie because we go by bench points. So there's definitely not going to be a tie in this one. Lamborghini, just really, real quick looks. Lamar Jackson's back. ETN doesn't suck. Dobbins plays Las Vegas. Just going back and forth looking. Uh, Willie Bad, I think you pull out another victory. It's going to be a bad deal for you, Kane. I don't know what to say. You're going to be 4-6 after this week. Willie Bad's going to pull out another one. That'd be like 2 in a row, I think, for him. Rebuilding season versus Tickle Shits. Now, this is a 6-3 battle versus 3-6. Tickle Shits, you have some flashes in the pan. Drake May apparently doesn't suck at football. Apparently. He's the number 3 quarterback. I think I'm reading that right. Am I doing this right? Point player rankings? Yeah. And Josh Allen is 5th ranked, which is crazy. But we all know he could have 50 any week. Drake May is proving to be a random superstar here. I don't know how this is predicted because Josh Allen averaged more points. I don't know. Tell me what PRK means. I don't know. I thought it was player rankings. Somehow Drake May's above Josh Allen. Whatever. So Bijan Robinson, Rico Dowdle. That's a guy. I think they finally officially made the switch and stopped this Chuba Hubbard thing. I'm going to be honest, man. Warren, Watson, Mitchell wins this week. I think he continues to win. I mean, I did say he'd probably lose 5 games. I just don't think this is the week he's going to do it. So Mitchell, congratulations on being apparently a good fantasy manager, or at least having good pickups. I mean, you just got a roster. You got a pretty good roster. That's really it. I don't know if you traded them. I don't know if you picked them up on waivers. I didn't do that research, but yeah, Mitchell, you got it this week. Bye week versus Red Nuts. Here's one of those snooze fests. The 2 least active people in the league. I don't know. They probably fall asleep talking on the phone just by hearing their own voice. Is the only thing I can come up with. So this particular one, as I always say, well, I can't say that because actually Ross has not inserted anybody in his roster. He has a running back in a receiver position that needs to be filled. He does have projected 11 and projected 10. That's a 21-point swing. Even if you added those 2 players, it's all predictions, of course, but that's still going to put you at 87 points. Red Nuts is projected a lot more than that. He's basically statistically won every category but one, and that's because you have Devontae Adams over DJ Moore, which, of course, is accurate. So, based on that, Red Nuts going to win this one. You have some ability. Caleb Williams apparently randomly can have 35 points. Derrick Henry could have 25 or 30 points. Debo Samuel, I don't know how that's going to shake out now that their quarterback's hurt. He could be okay. George Pickens could be okay. But Devontae Adams is amazing. But a lot of times they're just not, especially this year. Caleb Williams, I think I looked at it earlier. These aren't accurate numbers, but just for an example, it's 20, 23, 25, 4, 11, 35. So, you got a roster full of names, but Red Nuts, you won this. That's what it is. If you don't like these predictions, I don't know what to tell you. I don't make them. They come straight from Vegas and then New York City. I pull some from Macau. I get these from all over the world, so it's not just me. I compile my own numbers. I actually alter some of those. Like, people reach out to me to get my take, but then they do their thing. So that's what it is. I'm sure I'll go 5 for 5 again this week. Anyway, appreciate you guys listening. You guys have the best good day.